Hey guys, welcome to week 4 of Finders, Keepers, Losers, Weepers for Ridgeview's Redemption. This week things are going to be changed a little differently because we're going to see a few trends kind of be bumped, especially in my roles. The Finder, the Keeper are going to be a lot different than they were in previous weeks. So for this week, the Finder is going to be Ted Ginn Jr. I know Trent didn't pick him up this week off of waivers. I think he picked him up the second week, but he's averaging 11 points per game so far, and I think Trent puts him as a flex, so that's great for a flex wide receiver 3, especially in our deep league. He's caught 4 passes the previous 2 weeks, so that's another 2 points on top of whatever he's getting, and I think he's caught a touchdown pass now in 3 weeks straight. This week he had 2 catches for 2 touchdowns, and he hit 14.8 points, so that's, you know, again, really great, especially for someone you picked up off waivers who's holding their own in a flex spot. So good job, Trent, finding him. The keeper this week is really different and vague. Sorry I couldn't pinpoint exactly one keeper. A couple guys had bad weeks. So this is going to be all the Dolphins players are my keeper this week. It's lunchtime here, and I just got a message saying that they fired Joe Philbin, the Dolphins did. And when that happens, usually things can either turn around really good or they'll fall down and be really bad. So for the next few weeks, everybody hold on to your Dolphins players. Devontae Parker might benefit from this. Hopefully the defensive players will. I know that line still hasn't got a sack yet. They're paying Sue a bunch of money. They got money in Oliver, and I forget the other defensive end. So all of those guys will hopefully get a bump in their productivity. So like I said, hold on to Dolphins players and see what happens with those guys. The loser this week is going to be Peyton Manning. I know there was a lot of talk last year and the week before, right when he came back from his surgery, but we're really starting to see that Peyton's arm is kind of falling apart. The Broncos themselves are really more of a defensive team, so look for their players in the waivers and stuff. They're doing really great. I think War Daddy has, the crazy defensive end, Von Miller, and he is just killing it every week. I think he's got double-digit points every week. But they're really more of a defensive team, a run-centric team. I know Cody's been complaining about C.J. Anderson, but he keeps pounding the ball. Ronnie Hillman's in there, and that's going to be their focus, is pretty much just run the ball, and then when they can, play action from Peyton or short passes. I wouldn't be too worried about like Sanders and Demaryius Thomas. They're still going to catch some passes, but it's not going to be like all the time super deep touchdowns. It's pretty much going to be a lot of yards after catch and deep play actions every once in a while. He only had 1 game where he hit over 250 yards, and I think that was against Kansas City. But every game he's thrown an interception. He's thrown at least 1 touchdown, which is okay, but his first game he had like 8.5 points. This week he ended up around 9, I think, again. So he's really touchdown dependent, and that's kind of how a quarterback is. But a lot of guys, like I played Alex Smith this week, he didn't score a touchdown, but he still got me double-digit points just because he had almost 300 yards, I think. So Peyton is definitely fallen into the crevice that we were afraid he was going to. He's still probably a better starter than most of the guys that you have, but he's not going to be the Peyton that you want. And lastly, we have our Weeper, and it's going to be the Silent Assassins this week. He only had 8 players score double-digit points, which, you know, not everybody's going to hit, but 8 out of your 27 players hit double digits. That's not that good. I know he played Andre Johnson, who didn't score any. He played Michael Floyd from San Diego, and I think he got hurt, so he didn't score any points. He had to play Marquise Lee and Heath Miller, who didn't put up anything for him. So it's just a rough week for you. Congratulations, Brendan. He got his first victory this week, so people can't rag on you for that anymore. But that's all I got for this week, guys. Good luck on the waiver wire and the trades and all that stuff. Hope everybody's dealing with their bye weeks pretty well. Packers still undefeated, so good luck next week.